This view comes from round about June 2006. In recent months, Pauntley's Parishioners have been exposed to an exploding Vicar, a Communicant's muddy wellies, and this month, Jack the Simmental Bull. Excitement ensued when two parishioners who were strimming and mowing the churchyard dropped grass cuttings over the wall so as to provide a tasty morsel for Jack and his Holstein lady friends. However, Jack was late to the feast, and in his anxiety to get to the front of the queue, shouldered his female acolytes out of the way, and in so doing went right through an adjoining post and rail fence and pig netting. After considering his ungentlemanlike behaviour, his harem then turned their thoughts to the possibilities inadvertently opened up. Pausing only to reach a majority verdict, they surged through the gap in a manner reminiscent of the cowboy movies of my youth, when rustlers would cut the fence and with much whooping and hollering and yelling stole cattle from the hard-working hero, whose beautiful, film star, very attractive wife, but a timid one, had just joined him from her comfortable home back east. Unlike our celluloid hero, however, our two Pauntley mowers weren't cowpokes eager to chase villains or lasso recalcitrant bulls and then return them to the ranch in triumph. Instead, they phoned their wives. They in turn contacted the farmer, who, disappointingly, arrived by Land Rover rather than on horseback. But very soon, the three men had the herd corralled, and rural tranquility to the Pauntley parish was restored. To those readers entranced by the cowboy novel, the ending might appear to be anticlimactic, but to our intrepid mowers, it was yet another motif woven into the tapestry of glorious English summer life. Talking of weaving, though, brings me to wonder why modern hassock makers do not adorn their products with pictures of flaming vicars, Wellington boots, and rampaging bulls. After all, the stonemasons and woodcarvers of old used to incorporate episodes from daily life into their work. I suppose modern hassock makers find themselves too entertained within their own homes to notice the eccentricities of rural life and rural folk, and the oddities, and there are a lot, of rural life. I also wonder why modern gravestones lack any sense of the individuality that once thrilled through the body of the incumbent, and which would, if revealed, have distilled to us something of that person's experience and allowed them to speak to us today. It is indeed a dull set of bishops that deprives the common man of opportunity to write his epitaph of the things he values as most precious. However, speaking of messages on tombstones, written at a time when bishops were less obsessed with not offending anyone, it reminds me of the carving on the stone of Albert Wallis in Ribersford near Bewdley. That's up in Worcestershire, further up the Severn. The children of Israel wanted bread, so the good Lord sent them manna. But when Clark Wallis wanted a wife, 'twas the divil sent him Anna. You wouldn't get that on a gravestone in the parish today, would you? And finally, thoughts of Hollywood cowboys brings to mind a message dated 1880 on a tombstone on Boot Hill, Naco, Arizona, which records the final resting place of Lester Moore, a Wells Fargo station agent who was gunned down by a local villain. Here lies Lester Moore, 4 slugs from a 44, no less, no more. We'll remember you, Lester, forevermore.